Strata! Hello, hello! Whew. Froggy's feeling a bit, groggy at the moment. Because I, just woke up from a nap like a half hour ago. And I needed, some crunchy, I needed some, crunchy dark chocolate and oats bars to help wake me up. And just an itty bitty splash of mountain stevia, which is not alcoholic, Strata. I cannot consume alcohol because it gets in the way of my frogginess. My femme frogginess. Anyhow, whoo-wee, if we want to talk about games that I haven't played in a while on stream, fucking AI Dungeon. It's truly been a long time. The Femme Froggy meds, yes. Yes, yes, yes. AI Dungeon, I honestly can't remember the last time I played the game at all. Let alone played it on stream. I think it's only just because of the game logs that I could be reminded of which story we actually played last. It was one of the, more in-depth, world stories. In the world of Gorgon, we played as Julia, and we tried to make out with a goddess. That's about the gist. Oh, and apparently we were a vampire. I know, it seems like there's been a myriad of updates that I am not privy to, at least since I last played one of those one Make Out with a Goddess. That is absolute facts. Total facts. I guess, without too much further ado, I will say I had quite an enjoyable Christmas and holiday season. I got a myriad of treats and goodies, as well as some money. I think there's one gift at least that I'm still waiting on, but you know, I can wait. I know how to wait. If there's one thing I'm good at in this world, it's patience, y'all. Okay, let's hop right in. First and foremost, AI generated images to go with the stories. That sounds pretty fucking baller. I want it. It's one of the things that I've actually really wanted out of AI Dungeon in a long time. And I didn't even know I wanted it until this showed up. Unfortunately, it's hidden behind one of the subscription plans, But the good news is one of those subscription plans offers a free trial of 1 week. I'm not gonna get it right now. I'm not gonna get it on stream. I'm just gonna play as normal. Let's see, what am I in the mood for? Hello, Limed Green. Good evening, how are you? Power of the paywall. You know, I think the first itch that I'm getting is just a quick start, and I'm feeling like maybe a mystery. I'm gonna play as detective. Wait, what was that? It said something other than enter your character's name. Yeah, we're just gonna jump right into one of the quick defaults. What should my character's name be? How about, like, Wendy Clooney? Hello, Lost One. Hello. I was tempted to name myself, but like, I feel like there's so much that goes into being just me. Like, I don't think the game would be able to keep up with it. So we're Wendy Clooney. We're a detective living in Chicago. I have a pistol and a police badge. You enter the forest where you believe the criminal you're searching for fled to. Suddenly, you hear gunshots nearby and call out to the other officers patrolling the forest. Officer down! You run towards the direction of the gunshots and enter a house to find the corpses of an elderly couple in the house. Is one of them... Is at least one of them the de facto officer? Great start! Alright. Inspect the bodies. You examine the bodies. It's apparent that the couple was murdered and their house burglarized. You call for a crime solver to help you out with the case. That's our job. Search for the wounded officer. You search the house, and it takes a while, but you manage to find the wounded officer. He's in the basement, barely alive. He tells you the whole gruesome story of the events that transpired that night. Do tell, my good man. It seems that he and his partner were on patrol in the forest when 2 men in bicycles came out of the forest and shot both officers. The gunmen escaped. Hello, Kashmar Eve. Outsourced? What's outsourced? Oh, at the crime solver. I'm a detective and called another. Yeah, well, it doesn't seem like they're doing much anyway. I think I, like, just hung up the phone mid-call like an asshole. I'm gonna say, what direction did these bikers head or ride off to? He points in the direction of town. You nod. Then you exit the house and head in that direction. Just leave all the gruesome stuff to, like, the paramedics or someone, or possibly maybe the morgue. Yeah, shot by guys on bikes. Just bicycles, you know. Oh man, what? It makes me wonder, like, what the time period is. Like, you lived in a time prior to the revolution of automobiles. Okay, we're heading off into town, apparently. Very solid lead. On your way, you come across a burned-out farmhouse. You see a man standing by a tree, angrily tossing small objects at it. The man, Bob, turns around and angrily shouts at you. What does he shout at me? It's fine, they have like an hour to deliver their dying words. What are you doing here? I told Wendy to stay away from here. I told you not to come here, you stupid. Bob is none other than the brother of Wendy's husband, Clyde. Okay. We can't have that. Not in this house. Then the half brother, or it's talking to Wendy in third person, and then your half brother. Drunken. I'm chasing down some Wait, we're married? Not anymore. Chasing down some gunmen who rode away on bikes. I'm doing my job. What are you doing? Bob tells you that he's drinking beer by a nearby fire and has been for the past 5 hours. Well, no wonder he first addressed us by third person. First of all, I think extinguish the fire. Because around a drunken man, that seems very dangerous. You stomp on the liquid fire and stomp off into the forest. You hear tires skid on the gravel and a fire engine roaring off into the distance. Is this connected whatsoever? Like, obviously, like, we're at a burnt out farmhouse, but that implies it's already been burnt and just was never refurbished. Ever since, looks off into the distance. The incident. Bob is the one who needs to lay off the spirits. Give me more, please. Wendy, still angry, says, "You're just gonna stand there and let them get away? They shot 2 officers!" Okay, well, edit. Wait. Apparently there needs to be a space. Okay. Who am I yelling at? Am I yelling at Bob still? Or am I yelling at the fire engine? Which I guess we're not living in a pre-automobile time period if there's fire engines. Unless, like, it's some kind of like a trolley on gravel where their tires can skid. Give me more information. Bob tells you to mind your own business and you leave him to his rage. Bob's a grown-up, you're not a kid anymore. Wait. 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 I don't actually know what I'm waiting for, but like my brain is picking up something ain't right here. Follow the fire engine. Follow the sound of the fire engine until you come to a bridge over a river. The driver of the fire engine stops and gets out. So there's no fire to be seen? Despite the alarm blaring? The other firefighters do the same. They're all standing around, talking among themselves. You hear one of the firemen say, "Someone needs to go into the trees and check for survivors." It's a drill. Bob did it, huh? Okay, well, I mean, apparently the gunman, you know, rode off into town. I didn't actually go into town. I stopped by Bob's place. Or like Bob's burnt down farm. Isn't it your job to rescue people? Why don't you do it? The fireman tells you that the trees are too hot. He tells you that the fire has burned itself out and there's nothing left to salvage. These guys are so fired. Fired. It's too hot, so I'm not doing my job. Scoff at the incompetent firefighters and run into town. You run into the forest and follow a trail towards the gunshots you heard. You see an old farmhouse and a shed. You see a man coming out of the shed and waving at you. There's logic to their reasoning? I don't know anymore. Well, to be fair, that's not what we're here for. In fact, that's almost the exact opposite of why we're playing tonight. Okay, who is this dude? This friendly farm dude? You run up to the man and ask, "Are you alright?" The man, Frank, seems a little dazed. He tells you he was just tending to his horses. Have you heard any gunshots nearby? Frank tells you he hasn't. You both enter the farmhouse. The door opens into the kitchen. You see a man, Gerald, washing his face. Gerald looks up and the two of you make eye contact. Cool, we got cottagecore husbands. Very friendly, but I got a job to do. I got gunmen to chase down. On bicycles. Thank the men for their hospitality and continue chasing after, or no, continue the hot pursuit of the biker gunmen. You thank the men and you both begin to head towards the biker gang's hiding place. You see a shed with a faded "For Sale" sign in front of it and the biker's car. Okay. You thank the men and you both begin to head towards the biker gangs. Wifey! Wifey, wife, hi. Hello. Hello, my love. I'm playing as a detective. We're on the road, but hi, wifey. Stay safe on them roads. I'm playing as a detective, and apparently I'm after, a a couple of gunmen that rode away on bicycles. Literally did a drive-by shooting on bicycles. And it's surprisingly more difficult than I anticipated it would be, but we're getting there. We're making progress. Okay, stay here. I'll sneak on in. Frank and Jerry give each other a look. Frank nods. You move to the shed. It's locked, but a length of heavy pipe makes a perfect battering ram. You ram the pipe against the lock. Just totally inconspicuous. No, continue. Continue. The pipe bends but holds. You push harder and hear a loud pop. The door creaks open. Inside the shed, you see 3 bikers sleeping. You call out, "Anyone awake?" So Jay says hi and they love you. I love them! And I say hi back. And I will hydrate. I do have water with me. Why are we calling out? Your guess is as good as mine. Draw a pistol. They could be faking. It could be a bluff. The bikers snap awake. One of them, a skinny man with a t-shirt advertising a Dropkick Murphys show from 8 years ago, holds a pistol in his hands. Okay, well, the problem is I'm outnumbered. What about the other 2? You raise your hands and say, "It's not our fight. We're only here to help." "What the hell are you doing here?" the man with the t-shirt asks. Club one of them to make sure they're out. I'm here because I saw you gentlemen having a little fun with those guns of yours. Pretty reckless, don't you think? The man lowers his pistol. "Have it your own way," he says, "but we've got a job to do. Now get out of here." You sigh and move to the side. Should have bluffed and told him there was a serial killer running around the woods. Retry that. That makes no sense. The other 2 men are looking down at their feet. The man with the t-shirt pulls a gold-plated .45 caliber pistol from his belt and says, "Point that thing somewhere else." What kind of pistol do I have? Hang on. Hang on, this is very important. Dum-de-dum-de-dum-de-dum. And our current actions have made sense? Sure, I'll go with this one. But buddy, this is... a... Gotta make sure I spell it right. I'm a stickler for spelling. Beretta 92 and a S. It's like, don't you have an eye for the classics? The man turns beet red and says, "I can't put that in a police station." What do? I've managed to emasculate him. Wait, what? I've managed to emasculate him. Somehow. Retry. Amusing as it is. The man looks at you and says, "I said point it elsewhere." You raise your hands defensively. The man pulls the trigger. The hammer of the pistol clicks, but no bullets come out. Ayy! Tisk, tisk, tisk. Probably should have checked with your handlers before you whipped your guns out. Shoot him in the foot to see if you have bullets. The man glares at you. You know who we are? You nod slowly. Gang's been looking for someone like you. Someone who can get us a room in the Hotel California. No. No. No, that's not good. The man glares at you. lead by example. Whoop. Ashlyn1200, thank you for becoming a Lily Pal. Hello, hello. Lead by example by shooting the man in his foot. You point your pistol at the man's feet, but hesitate. The man kicks your gun away and screams. You try to kill me, you go to jail, you dirty rat, he yells. Whip out my police badge, then shoot him in the foot. You're under arrest, you tell him. You're under arrest for obstruction and weapons possession. The man raises his hands defensively but doesn't put them up. What does that even mean? Does he have his arms raised, but like his wrists are slack? Saw that someone was live on the AI Dungeon category, and I was like, Nani? Time to go see this! I appreciate. Hey now, you try to shoot us. AKA most AI Dungeon streams on Twitch happen when I'm asleep. Ah, I see. All the way up, smartass. You lean forward and the man puts his hands up. You cuff him. The two other bikers are wide-eyed with fear. Wait, the one named Gary stammers. Yes, Gary? Something you want to contribute? I can help you. I can help you. Please, officer, I'm sorry. Shut up, you tell him. Don't be such a scared little pig. The three of you head outside. Wow, we're one to talk. Three of you head outside. I'm kind of disappointed we never shot the guy in his foot. We don't negotiate with criminals. Call in for backup. You call in for backup and tell them about the situation. You can hear sirens in the background. They have backup on the way, you say. Just hang tight. We can't... What? Nuh-uh, no. Come on. Thank you, Ashlyn, for the save progress. I'm pretty sure it auto-saves. Okay, there's not a setting there. Continue. Nope, that's not the right story. My stuff? Yeah, here. Continue playing. And I shall hydrate twice. Shooting someone in the foot isn't a killing shot. At most, it's just going to give him a bad limp for a while. Yeah. Oh wait, it changed. You call in for backup and hand the pistol over to the other police officer. Thanks, he says. Now let's go clean this mess up. The three of you head towards the farmhouse. I think my work is done here, thank you very much. I don't know. Let's just continue, see where this goes. Why do you have a gun? The man named Gary asks. You should have arrested the... Ooh. They're bad news, officer. So are you, you tell him. No, I don't like that. You knock on the door. A woman opens the door, but she's been crying and her hair is a mess. Mrs. Jordan, you ask? Yes, she replies. Just there the whole time, you know. You know, Mrs. Jordan. I'm just gonna go off of the assumption that one of the gunmen is like her husband. Your husband's been involved in a drive-by? Is it still a drive-by if it's on a bicycle? That must have been one loud shower. In a drive-by shooting. I believe you're already privy to this fact. Oh my god, is he alive? Unfortunately, yes. Can I see him? She asks. You can try. Follow me. You lead the way to an upstairs bedroom. Yeah, nah. Again, it's amusing, but... She turns pale. Is he alright? She asks. He's dead, you tell her. Then you take her to the police station. When you arrive there, you take a statement from her. It was on the assumption that one of the criminals was her husband, not one of the victims. Wait. Yeah, no, I'm changing this. He's been arrested, you tell her. He'll be stuck behind bars for quite a while. I don't know, let's just continue. She's a white 30-something-year-old female with blonde hair and blue eyes. Okay. Alright, that's very nice. What else? The two of you talk for a while. The woman tells you her name is Laura. Mrs. Jordan, you call. Can we get a few test photos of your husband? Laura nods. So I'm a bit skeptical as to, as to the proceedings of, like, the aftermath of an arrest, particularly on the cop's end. I don't actually consume that much, that many, like, cop stories or, like, cop shows. But I think I'll just trust that AI Dungeon is gonna at least sound somewhat sensible. I'm hoping. Then you ask her, "Do you know the man who did it? The one who killed my partner?" "Nick," she answers. Ooh. Intrigue. Character motives. Ask for his alibi. Wait. Okay, so I'm gonna assume the skinny man with a Dropkick Murphys t-shirt is Nick. So Nick, she answered. Or answers. He's in there. You nod and head inside to find your partner sitting in the back of the police station, handcuffed and on his phone. "Hey, Jordan," he says. "Not my partner." "Come on now." "Nick," she answers. "I've been trying to tell them, but they won't listen. They think he's a hero." "What do you think?" you ask. "I think he's a coward," Laura says. "May I send you a scenario for when you're done with that adventure?" "Sure." To be honest, when I came into this scenario, I expected it would actually take a little longer to, pursue the ne'er-do-wells. Okay, so here's the thing. I know it hasn't even been an hour of stream yet, but I need to BRB because I really need to use the bathroom. So I will be a few minutes. So BRB, you can take an opportunity to get drinks, snacks, take care of your own bathroom breaks if need be. We'll continue the show in just a moment, Lily Pals. BRB. Okay, I am back. And I see this scenario that you provided me with, Ashlyn, is a Toho scenario. I am very familiar with Toho. That sounds like a lot of fun. Okay. Thank you, Strata. Now, where were we? We were asking questions about Laura and her husband, Nick. I think he's a coward, Laura says. Anything you can tell us about his motives? His affiliates? Laura shakes her head. I'm sorry, I just don't know. You open your notepad. You have a few questions. Can you give us a description? Where was he last seen? No AI dungeon. You gotta do better than that. Laura shakes her head. Can we get a statement, you ask? I don't know anything, Laura says. He never spoke to me. I don't know why he did it. Did you two have any trouble with money? Your neighbors? Anything? No, Laura says. We got along. Why? No reason, you say. Just asking. Can we get a copy of Mr. Jordan's statement? Sure. We're going in circles. He was last seen without a bullet in his foot. Suddenly, I'm not so confident in this scenario about how it will resume. It was decent for a warm-up, though. Cool. We're not gonna keep it, though. Refresh? There we go. one of my multiplayer games with Rem. Okay, here's the scenario that Ashlyn linked. A fan made a simulation of the Toho project made by Team Shanghai Alice into AI Dungeon. Gensokyo Adventures consists of many prompts where you may play as one of the many species and characters in the Toho project. Resolve occurring incidents, start new incidents, or befriend the many characters you can encounter in the Valley of Gensokyo. Nice, nice, nice. With 157 upvotes. Nice. Last updated... Oh wow, it was created a year ago and was updated as recently as October. Nice. Welcome to Gensokyo Adventures, where your adventures and imagination take place in the beautiful Valley of Gensokyo and the rest of the Toho project. If you're a huge fan of the Toho project or just bored out of your mind, then this scenario is for you, as it contains many prompts from the average human to a divine god watching over Gensokyo. Before beginning your new adventures, you'll need to select a game mode to determine on how your experience will be like. Easy Modo is recommended for those who enjoy editing their adventures and dislike dying to the many inhabitants of Gensokyo. Sometimes you might just need to lead the story back on track with the editing. Lunatic Modo is for those who want to challenge and face the many inhabitants of Gensokyo with only one life. This game mode will also put you in a dangerous situation at the start of your new adventures. Multiplayer has a wide variety of prompts to play with your friends. For example, you can roleplay as one of the many canon characters in the Toho project, or roleplay as your own original characters. Extras contain the updates, world information, and other things. Easy Modo. More like Zawarudo! Wait, Mr. Jordan? I'm dying, but now I'm back. Also, Lunatic and Multiplayer are dead and nuked. Oh dear. That's a shame. Well. Okay. Easy Modo Creative, Lunatic Out of Order, Multiplayer Outdated. Got it. I suppose we'll have to start with easy. From destroying the Hakurei Shrine and enraging its shrine maiden to commit a genocide in either Hell or Makai to preventing a blue-haired goddess building a sanctuary for human spirits in the realm of animals. This all happens again, except you are the one to resolve the incidents, or you can just play from the perspective of the characters. Unlike Toho's Easy Modo, I'm actually adding the stage 6 and extra stages to the incidents, because things tend to go the opposite way of what people expect in Lunatic Modo, so the altar helps a lot in this situation. Yeah, we gotta go with the original. You can become your own custom character from the many types of animals, beasts, cryptids, humans, yokai, and etc., which each have their own unique starting situations depending on what you choose, or you can simply play as an existing Toho character, which also have their own unique starting situations and events you can choose. These prompts won't exist in the incident prompts, as these are specified for jokes, so just take original as an extra place to dump all my ideas for Toho scenarios into, or you don't want to do a quest. Ooh. Huh. Which one am I more in the mood for? I feel like custom character would probably be a decent change of pace. Gensokyo is mainly inhabited by yokai from Japanese folklore ever since the Great Hakurei Barrier was created in 1885 near the Yatsugatake Mountains. The humans that were trapped inside with them refused to advance their technology as they evolved to a more spiritual way to battle the yokai, while other subspecies of humans are basically gods. Beasts, otherwise known as animals who have turned yokai, are quite common in Gensokyo, often being based off the many mythological creatures in Japanese folklore. Animals in Gensokyo are magical, or as normal as their relatives in the outside world. Cryptids are monsters from other folklore and myths that aren't considered yokai, animals, humans, etc. All of this stuff I already know, but for the sake of my audience. Custom should still have the characters exist, yet tends to derail from lore a lot. Understandable. Miscellaneous is a little tempting, but even if this is easy modo, I want to play as a human. Humans humans were the original inhabitants of Gensokyo until the Great Hot Great Barrier was created, luring the yokai into their domain. There are a few normal humans living in Gensokyo due to the yokai killing and eating most of them until the Devil's Contract happened, and the fact that humans started using magic of their own. The other species of humans are basically immortal. Yeah, so we have Arahitogami. I have to double check what that is. Celestial, Gensokyo, human, hermit, Lunarian, magician, outsider. Well, nobody likes the Lunarians, so that's out of the question. Outsider? That... There's a lot of fanfiction that, you know, where the POV, the protagonist, is an outsider. So that's a little too obvious. Yeah, I'm just gonna double check. Arahitogami. Oh, well, wait. Arahitogami Toho. Dum-dum-dum-dum. Living gods. Okay, it's basically what Sanai is. Windows. Gotta organize my windows. Let's see. Just a regular old Gensokyo human. Why not? Humans in Gensokyo are less technologically advanced than the humans in the outside world since they rely on their faith and magic attacks to ward off yokai. The last of the humans live in the only human village, and most human outsiders have decided to live with them. According to Reimu Hakure, science and other sorts of technology is heresy, which must be why there are almost no scientists and engineers in Gensokyo. I mean, the Kappa are right over there, but you know, they're not humans, so I suppose they're exempt. Default starting scenario. Series where you play as the new human resident of the Scarlet Devil Mansion. Oh boy. Oh, that sounds like it could be really interesting. But like, my Toho brainworms are saying in my head that like, interesting as it could be, like, honestly, the Scarlet Devil Mansion residents are kind of overrated. So let's just go straight up vanilla in this shit. Enter a name. Think. Let me think. It has to be Japanese. Let me think. Think. How about Tomoe? Enter a gentle female, of course. Only girls exist in Gensokyo. I mean, yes, Sakuya is Dio, except she's also the stand-in female. You are Tomoe, a female human living in the valley of Gensokyo. You are strong in faith-based attacks to ward off yokai. You live in the human village with the rest of your family. Lounging around in your home, you decide to put your skills to use as the village's defense mechanic. One day, 2 riders come into the village. They look like ruffians to you, but the villagers welcome them. Who be? Let's see, riders. My first thought is, what's her name? What's her name? The Haniwa girl. That's like second in command to Keiki. What's her face? I don't know, that's my first thought. And like, you know, the rides are just like terracotta horses. But let's see. Let's dig a little deeper. The two ruffians are named Koye and her brother. You hear about how Koye fell in love with the handsome and strong warrior named Chiden. Thank you, Ashlyn, for the lurk. Koye fell in love with the handsome and strong warrior named Chiden. Who is Chiden? Who's Chiden? Tell me more. At the age of 15, Koye decided to become a blade warrior. Koye and Chiden then left the village together. So, you know, they're riding back into the village together? The two ruffians are named Koye and her brother. Or no, is it Koye and her brother, and then Chiden is still somewhere else? Or is it like a much more unfortunate implication? Just need to become a blade warrior. Why are they returning to the village now? You think to yourself, they must have gotten themselves into trouble. They would not return if things were going well. You have a bad feeling about this. One of the riders dismounts. Intrigue. Koye seems worried. You gotta go with me, sister. Things are getting dangerous. Danger? Why? What's going on? Koye looks to you for help. A little bit nonsensical. Let's try again. One of the riders dismounts. He has something wrapped up in his arms. He walks up to your home and asks to come in. You don't leave your home unattended, so you go to the door and open it. I feel like that's a bit redundant, but sure. Okay. So this is Koye's brother. Make some tea. Chiden is gone, I guess. You make some tea and a plate of cookies for the two ruffians. While you wait for the tea to finish boiling, you ask who they are and what they want here. Cookies? Cookies? I don't think so. Let's go, like, simple and, like, onigiri. Just to keep it basic. Who they are and what they want here. Koya tells you that she is a blade warrior and her brother is one of the best in his generation. Their father sent them here to become Oni slayers. Ooh. Oni slayers, like... Immediately, I'm just thinking, like... These two siblings are... You know, so to speak, dead men walking. Oni slayers? Don't be ridiculous. Any Oni in Gensokyo would easily curb stomp you into ash. Koya says, "We train for years to prepare ourselves. Our father sends us here to become Oni slayers. We learn swordplay, we learn combat, and we learn to never back down." It's like... You'll never be let back down, alright. Not after your... riding a boat across the Sandu River. Koya says, "We don't have a choice. Our father is waiting for us at the other side." You ask if their father is the head of the village. Koya says... I'm also tending to notice that, like, the phrase Koye says is starting to repeat itself. So... Koye says, "No, our father left the village 10 years ago and became a wanderer. He awaits us at the other side of the river. So he's dead!" So, you've trained in the arts of swordplay and combat just to die anyway? Koya says, "We will not die. We will slay the terrible Oni. We will bring honor to the blade." Okay. Drink my tea with evident skepticism. You drink your tea and prepare yourself for the coming battle. The two ruffians stare at you and you stare back. The cup of tea is still in your hands when the battle begins. Is this my thing? Is this my supernatural ability? Like, it's being tea related? Hmm. Good luck with that. Hmm. Let me think. Oh, okay. I think first things first. Look at the enemy Oni. It's like, which one is it? You look at the two Oni. They look back at you. One of them whispers to the other, and both nod in your direction. They approach you. The shorter, fatter Oni speaks. I don't think Suika is fat. But honestly, that's kind of adorable. Okay. It says, "We are Oni. We come to kill the imposter." The taller, leaner Oni speaks. It says, "We are Oni. We come to die." I don't think so. I don't think so. Says, "What the hell are you doing? We sent our brother to kill you, and now you're going to help that whatever scum you are?" Okay, so from the looks of it, it seems like it's not either Suika or Yuki. Like, just two random Oni brothers. What the hell are you doing? We sent our brother to kill you, and now you're going to help that whatever scum you are. Okay then. Let me... Here. Instead of approaching me, they'll approach Koye. And then... What the hell are you doing? We sent our brother to kill you, and now you're going to help that whatever scum you are. I feel like it would work better with dashes in there. Honestly, no. No. Try again. I approach Koya, the shorter, fatter Oni speaks. "Where do you think you're going to go, kiddo?" Koya looks up at him and raises her chin. There we go. At this point, I'm just kind of chaperoning. She says, "I will join you. Bring your dead here and I will raise them too. Then we will be the strongest Oni of all. I will wield the blade." Yeah, no. Okay. I need to make this, like, semi-appropriately dramatic. At least from her POV. I will slay you. Bring your brothers here, and I will slay them too. Then I, Koya, will be the strongest Oni Slayer of all. I wield the blade. It's getting appropriately anime. And while I'm at it, you casually sip your tea, distracted and disinterested. No. Casually sip your tea. A good 50 paces away from the action. That works for me. You watch the two Oni grab each other and wrestle. They fight with ferocity, but the little girl is far too clever. She slips behind her brother and gives him a swift uppercut. Well, no. No, it's... Leone says, your sword won't do you any good here. We'll have to see about that. Koya looks down at her tea. She looks scared, but she said... I'll just say looks down at her feet. She looks scared, but she says... I wield the greatest blade ever created. Suddenly Miko is there right beside me, and I just side-eye her and say, you seeing this shit? Just to prevent repetition, I wield the greatest blade ever created. Enter. Leone laughs again. You get up from your seat and stretch. You yawn. Leone says no. Leone laughs once again. You look at the blade. It's a beauty with ruby-studded hilt. A ruby-studded hilt. Nah. No offense, but your swordsmanship is mediocre, to say the least. I doubt you could handle my brother. Koya stands up straight and nods. She says, I will not back down. You shall witness my bladesmanship today. Koya unsheaths her sword and charges Leone. And then, like, meanwhile, I'm just behind a tree, and I'm like, 3, 2, 1. dead. She runs and leaps into the air. Her sword's hilt is in her hands just before her feet even leave the ground. I mean, I would hope so. Like, you're charging towards your enemy without your hand even on your weapon? That's just foolish. Her sword's hilt is in her hands just before her feet even leave the ground. Continue. Her blade flashes as she brings it down. The Oni barely manages to move out of the way. The blade bites into her forearm. Wait, what? The Oni screams as blood pours down her arm. Wait. Wait. Okay. I don't think it actually clarifies that the shorter, fatter Oni is actually a guy, so... Seems legit. Dope vibes. Aw, thank you for the clip. Okay, Koya unsheathes her sword and charges the Oni, runs and leaps in the air, sword's hilt is in her hands. Blade flashes as she brings it down, the Oni barely manages to move out of the way. The blade bites into her forearm. The Oni screams as blood pours down her arm. Widen my gaze with surprise. With subtle surprise at the attack. At the successful attack. You gaze and widen your eyes at Koya's success. She removes her blade and holds her now bleeding arm. The Oni looks at the wound and begins to laugh. His brother also begins to laugh. So either the Oni is a guy, or the Oni is a lady, or the Oni is gender fluid. To be honest, this Toho scenario is like the only one I played for days on AI Dungeons. So far I can kind of see the appeal. Gaze in your eyes. Wait a second. I wonder. It's like, okay, so, you know, clearly the Oni got wounded at first. And then suddenly it's Koya that has the arm wound. Makes me think. Makes me wonder. It's kind of an interesting deal. You know, whether, like, this Oni or the other Oni have some kind of ability as to, like, being capable of, like, exchanging wounds. You know, it's like, hey, you wounded me, plop, now it's your wound. You know? Like, that would actually be interesting. I mean, I've one killed Rimu as the first thing without even meaning to on one adventure. 2, I died and existed as a yokai on the same one. And hello, Gamerfinger. Who is Al? Or who is AI? I'm not sure what you're asking. But, welcome in. Okay, the Onis are laughing. Koya is wounded and bleeding from her arm. I squint my eyes. At or no. Just continue. Just continue. I want the titular AI of AI Dungeon. Next time on AI Dungeon, Reimu fucking dies. AI is AI, or else no, because there's different types of AI in AI Dungeon. I'm using Griffin right now because I am not a subscriber. Okay, the blood pours down Koya's arm as she grips her wound. The blood pours down your cup of tea as you try to maintain your balance. What the fuck? Like, why would I let that happen? No. No, I already clarified, like, I am way the fuck over here, away from the fight. Okay. Both brothers charge at Koya. You have to act. You could throw a rock and hit one of them. You could draw your bow and release an arrow into one of them. I mean, between the two, I think I know which one would be marginally more effective. You do a sweet friggin' backflip. Ignore them and do a backflip. Also, I'm just starting to think about the logistics of this fight. So obviously in Gensokyo, like, it's a criminal act to attack any of the humans within the human village. Like, yokai, oni, anyone. Like, you can't do it. Like, yeah, it's not allowed. But in Koya and her brother's situation, they were born in the village, and then they left, and then they came back. So are they still village humans? Because if they are, you know, then sure, someone is gonna properly take care of these Oni siblings. It's probably not gonna be these humans, but Time for the popcorn and see how this fight turns out. Honestly, I think that's probably the best the best course of action. So I could throw a rock. I could draw a bow. What do? The AI will decide. You could run and hide. Which would you choose? The ruffians are far faster than Koya. They approach her and the fight begins. The fight already started! Also, Koya is one of the ruffians. So... the Oni are far faster and stronger than Koya. Well, I know this for a fact. I am a village human. And I think if I just leave and go home, you know, I'll miss out on all this action, but at least then I will be safe. Jump on them like Mario. It's also a little concerning that they're actually using like proper fighting techniques instead of, I don't know, using spell cards. Like that seems kind of mad sus. And it's saying, like, I could run and hide, but technically I'm already hiding. I'm just a spectator. Kneel behind a tree and spectate the battle. Let's just do it. Time to go back home. You kneel behind a large tree. The battle is going on all around you. The trees are providing good cover for those hidden behind them. Yeah, that's the point. Swinging her sword, Koya fights with ferocity. The Oni brothers have their swords and they aren't using them. They're just swinging their fists. I mean, that seems like a very Oni thing to do. I mean, yeah, like Suika and Yugi, like, they don't use weapons. I mean, they might use their abilities somewhat, like to some extent, but they're mainly all about the punch game. Like, punch, kick. What? Loki! Hi, welcome, Raiders! Frog legs for Dragon Sam Live, thank you for becoming a Lily Pal. And Queen Acanthus, I heard there would be frog legs here. Yes and no. Where the spicy legs? Thank you, Queen Acanthus, for becoming a Lily Pal. I have no interest in who wins this fight. I would walk away. Yeah, as far as like a village human would go, like that would probably be the most sensible thing to do. Anyway, Loki! Thank you for the raid. How was your stream? No! No! No command for you! You're gonna have to... Thank you, Queen, for bonking Loki. Would I do it for a Scooby snack? Define Scooby snack. Define Scooby snack. Like, what are the terms here? Okay. Oni brothers have their swords and aren't using them. They're just swinging their fists. Sip tea and just spectate. You continue sipping tea and just spectating the fight. Koye manages to get a hit in on one of the Oni brothers. He yelps, but the fight doesn't stop. Okay. Also, AI Dungeon doesn't understand how spell cards work, so that may be why they obtained weapons. I figured. Is tea good for you? My friend Jerry said it's bad. I wouldn't know. I don't drink tea. Those cinnamon cookies shaped as a bone that was given to good boys and girls in 4th grade. No deal. I already have plenty of treats thanks to Christmas celebrations, so I'm good. Alright. Koya attempts to move away from the fighting, but Anoni has other ideas. He runs and tackles Koya. She screams with anger. She fights back with her blade. How? She's pinned. Or at least I assume as much, considering Oni are super stupendously inhumanly strong. Yeah, Dungeon when trying to understand spell cards. Nani? What is this? I don't understand. Is it a magic spell like a fireball? What about an extra large lily pad is big enough for 5 people? I find lily pads of that size like every other day. You're gonna have to do better than that, Loki. Alright, I'm gonna edit. She tries to resist, but she is helplessly pinned. Pinned or grappled? It could be either or. I'm gonna say grappled. By the Oni's superhuman strength. Actually, she tries to... She tries to move... or regain her stance. Okay. What if someone buys you a toy from an adult website that needs to be... Yeah, no, thank you, Sam. I was gonna bonk him myself if you didn't. I'll try to be... At this point, I'm questioning, like, it's very evident that Koya is not powerful enough to square against Oni brothers. Also, her brother is just idle the entire time. Like, he's not contributing whatsoever. This is your fight, sister. Let me think. emotes! Let me see. I recognize none of those emotes, but they're all equally valid. Thank you, Ashlyn, for the hydrates. One sip. Two sip. Okay, final offer. I'll give you my Queen Candace, who makes killer double chocolate chip cookies, and I'll also throw in love support, and all I ask in return are 2 frog legs. Unfortunately, Loki, I super don't abide by submitting your significant others into indentured servitude, so... And thank you, Queen, for the stretch. I will extend my joints. Well, it's just got awkward in Discord. Oh my, I see that the Oni fight is not the only fight being had here. Look, if you want frog legs, just go to AI Dungeon, create a world info, and do it. Both these fights, I have no side in. Okay, anyway. What next? Koya is grappled. Oni pins her to the ground and lifts her up. With his free hand, he slashes open her throat to silence her screams. You can't look, you must act. Shit. Man, this is this is a spell break maneuver if I've ever seen one. My confusion has been confused during confusion. I have no idea what I'm saying. It's super effective. Okay, I can't look. I must act. Well, the question is, like, what do I do? Like, obviously, if Koya qualifies as a village human, then, yeah, somebody should probably go get Reimu or someone. But she left the village with her brother and assumedly her boy toy. bear witness for her murder and get someone to avenge her death? I mean, her brother is right there. I'm going to ask Koye's brother, did Koye intend to live in the village when you both returned? You look over at Koye's brother. He has a thoughtful expression on his face. He replies, I don't know. She didn't say! Who were they? Her friends? What? Her brother is a load. Just watching her die? This is fine. I don't know, she didn't say. The conundrum continues! Okay. So first I'm gonna get rid of that line because that serves no purpose. I am going to run to the Hakare Shrine. You run towards the Hakare Shrine. The fighting is raging all around it. Oni and Kane are exchanging heavy blows. You burst between the guards. I don't think so. I don't think so. You enter the shrine. Reimu is singing a song with his flute. Begin making that easy for life for Loki. Ashley, no! Okay, real final offer. I'll give you my credit card info with the 3 numbers on the back and my social security info along with my state ID and my whole wallet. But wait, there's more! I'll give you a whole year subscription of an adult website of your choosing for only 2 frog legs and an OnlyFan. I think you'll need a drink. Thank you, Queen, for the hydrate. Loki, come here. Come here. Just let me whisper. Let me whisper. No deal. Because I care about you. I care about your financial stability. Me thinking about that last offer harder than it was for me to get a C+ in English. Okay. Miss Hakare. And Oni has slit the throat of a village human. We need your assistance. You know, I'm just messing with you. I know! I know, I'm just playing into the bit. You should care, even be concerned knowing you bought a PS5 from a scalper. Jesus. For some anime glasses, you want a PS5 with a year of PS Plus. Okay. Trade offer alert. I receive content, you receive viewer. Okay. Reimu looks up and sees you. Her face contorts into an ugly, hateful sneer. You dare to disturb my prayers with such trivial nonsense? I shall destroy you for your temerity. Okay. Well, first of all, thank you, Queen, for the clip. AI Dungeon, I don't think that's Reimu. We have some issues with that Reimu. I need people to start saying the temerity in the same way the audacities. My stream was all comfy and wholesome until the Loki Nation attacked. Okay, I'm... like, obviously I'm kind of leaning, like, to the idea, like, this is not the true Reimu. Clearly. But also, I kind of want to see where this goes. Let's see where this goes. You raise your hand and draw a chalk shape of a sword in the air. I'm sorry. What? It's not the nation, you're a threat to peace and sanity. entirety all by yourself, Loki. Is he gone? Is Loki gone? Chat, can we confirm the Loki is no longer in chat? Okay, I draw a sword in the air with chalk. I am not in the mood to argue. Would you please help us? The Oni has slain a human. Reimu sighs and sighs and sighs. Okay, no, this is totally Reimu. This is 100% Reimu. Reimu is also not invested in that fight. This is the fake Reimu. JK. Okay, I need to see more, okay? Yes, go, and do not fail me. You run on the shrine and see what you can do. You run outside the village and see the battle still going on. Reimu just being like, wow, that sounds like a big problem. Hope you can find a solution for it. Hope you find somebody who can help. We left this fight for a reason. Pretty tired from work and causing trouble and stream people's chat. I'm okay, night, Loki. Queen, do me a favor and bonk him a couple of times in his sleep. That'll be a sufficient comeuppance. No, Ashlyn! No, zip! Zip! We almost got him to go! Clear continues to bleed on the ground. There is no salvaging this situation. The best possible solution for you is to go home and forget any of this ever occurred. You run back to the village to tell your family the news. Your mom's response is, "Oh no, Tomoe, is it really? What are we going to do?" Your dad asks, "Are you certain? What proof do you have?" You show them the chalk drawing in your hand and your dad says, "Could it have been a prank?" In fucking incredible. Oh, this is glorious. You shrug. I mean, I knew she was gonna die from the start. Unless she trained with... or against other yokai. There's no way she'd square up to an Oni. Random idea. A new entity never before seen in Gensokyo arrives and causes an incident that starts collapsing the barrier around Gensokyo, as well as nearly destroying 75% of Gensokyo. I don't know. It's like usually when it comes to incidents, like typically it takes something like very esoteric to actually put something like the Hakurei barrier at risk. And Gensokyo by extension. Wait, you nod. Then I guess there's no going back. Your dad looks very angry and tells you to never speak to his family again. And... you sip the last of your tea. Oh wait, whoops. I accidentally put it twice. You were banished from Gensokyo. You leave the village and wander the world for the rest of your days. You and Koya's brother died that day! You decide that being a hero, or whatever you could be called, is not worth the trouble. It's just something that people talk about. You decide that you'll never speak to your family again. Okay, I'm gonna erase the double. The end. The end. You will now return to the main story. You wake up exhausted, you take a piss, brush your teeth, and go to bed. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, no, no. That's the story of Tomoe. That's the story of Tomoe. The end. We got disowned from our family, banished from Gensokyo, and I somehow died. Cool. Alright. Is he checked by Twitter? It has a question for you. Oh no. Oh no. Ah! My sister Aura just posted art. And she has a little... She has a little bunny ears. That is so cute. Okay, notifications. I guess that's our story. Alright. So I'm gonna play another time. You're gonna play a... Huh. Commands... Huh. I do not have a socials command. Goodness grievance. There's always something to manage with Nightbot. Oh well. But I'm positive that a link to my Twitter is right below the screen somewhere. It's like one of the first links on the side. And for real, I'm going to bed. Night-night, Queen already bonked me. Good night, Loki. Maybe in your dreams you'll see froggy legs. But don't count on it. And thank you, Ashlyn, for the hydrates again. One sip. Two sip. Alongside this glass of water, I think I mentioned it before, I have a can of Mountain Zevia. And yet, so far, I've actually drank more water than soda this time around. Maybe having 2 drinks simultaneously was not a bad call after all. Not even a little. Okay. This time, I want to play a canon character. Let's see. The Valley of Gensokyo has many unique characters that participate in all sorts of jobs and activities ranging from the average human with supernatural abilities to gods and goddesses that can literally destroy Gensokyo. This section allows you to play as one of these existing characters with unique starting scenarios and possible quests or to-do lists that aren't or are related to any actual incidents in the Toho lore. The Toho fandom is often making memes out of these characters, so these prompts will contain meme scenarios and normal scenarios relating to each character. Be aware that I'm also making scenarios that'll make others cringe, because what would AI Dungeon be without those types of scenarios? Oh dear. Also, there's not many AI Dungeon Toho scenarios, so I'm taking this into my own hands simultaneously, avoiding making NSFW content since I want people of all ages to find and enjoy Gensokyo adventures. Well, I will have y'all know that I actually have NSFW turned off. Because I don't usually choose to partake in that kind of content. There are certainly other VTubers who do, but not me. This is my channel, and I don't want this to be the place for it. Not that it's not allowed, it just, you know. Anyway, note, Toho 18 characters are not yet added until the post-Toho 18 world info is created, which will be a while if I'm not procrastinating and actually practicing with the new world info generator. That's a total mood. Okay.
And thank you, Wifey, for linking my Twitter. My Twitter.
Okay. What do we got for characters? We got Alice, we got Aun, we got Aya, Ben, Byakurin,
Chan!
Chiuri, so PC98 characters are not exempt. Chirno, Clownpiece, Diosei, Dorami, Eika. I'm honestly kind of curious as to where Eika would go. Considering, like, she really only lives in a single place and nowhere else. Shikeki. Yes, I know it's Eiki-Shiki, but like, Shikeki is what I'm used to. So, yeah. Aideen, Ellis, Ellen, Ellie, Eternity, Flander, Moko, Gengetsu, Genji, Kokoro, Hatate, Hekatia! Okay, Hekatia is a strong contender. Akio, Hina, Mei Ling, Ibaraki Doji's arm. Interesting. Ichirin, Iku, Jun, Junko, Kaguro, Kaguya, Kana, Kanako, Kasen, Keiki, Kane, Kikuri, Kisume, Koakuma, Kugasa, Koishi, Komachi, Kongara, Kosuzu, Kotohime, Kurumi, Kutaka, Kyoko. I never realized how many characters actually start with K. Oh goodness, there's so many choices! Mayumi! Mayumi was the one I was trying to think of before. Goodness grievance, how am I gonna pick? It seems like one of the most obvious choices is Reimu, as well as like Marissa or Sanai. Yoshika? Yuka? Oh man. What to pick, what to pick. What kind of character would I be interested in, like, seeing sort of a derivative story for? We also apparently have the CD characters, Maribel and Renko. Miko! See, I'm not so sure if I want to necessarily play as Miko, but, like, if I'm to engage in, like, a romantic subplot, Miko is my first pick. Or at least one of them. God, what do I pick? So many characters. Wait. Kikuri. Let's do Kikuri. Kikuri is a god that appears as a giant bronze coin. She first and only appears in the first Toho game of highly responsive to prayers on the Makai route. She's a giant coin that can shoot Danmaku. What else is there to say? So here's the thing. I don't actually think it's a coin. I think it's just like a bronze sphere that she's kind of like embedded into. I forget where I heard that, but but you know. I don't know. I've always liked Kikuri, low-key. You know, and I wish, like, more people would try to do more with her. So let's do Kikuri. And of course it's a default starting scenario. Alright. Nothing has really happened ever since that shrine maiden visited you in your humble abode located in hell. You're stuck talking to the Oni or some other spirits that somehow found you floating around. Sometimes Hikatia might even come to visit to check up on you because you seem sad and bored lately. Wondering what to do to pass the time, you begin to prepare for a feast, hoping this will bring some excitement your way. Before you prepare the feast, you visit the local pig farm to see if they have any jaunty piglets to you. What the hell? Jaunty piglets. May we not get disowned and killed the same day. I think we're good. At least as far as getting disowned. Jaunty piglets. I wish I could remember off the top of my head, like, what Kikuri's bullet patterns were like. Emblazon my aura to attract the piglet's attention. You place your hand on the cut of pig fat and invoke the holy aura of Emblazon. The pigs begin to scream as they get closer to you. I mean, I know this is hell, or it's supposed to be hell, but I don't know, it's not really clicking for me just yet. You close your eyes and reach out your aura to feel if there is anything in the surrounding area. You sense 2 piglets near you. The piglets are curious and approach you cautiously. Come, children. Don't be afraid. You begin speaking to the piglets in a soothing voice. They approach you and rub their faces against yours. You scratch behind their little ears and talk to them softly. They seem to like it. Um... Yep. Welcome to hell. You begin to cook the 2 piglets, then you eat one and keep the other as a pet. You name him Bonk. Alright, so I just have this pet bacon right here. Just stuck onto my face. We float around and roll around everywhere together. I like that choice of emote. My pet Bonk the Bacon. Oh my god, you know what this moment reminds me of? So you know the Legend of Zelda CDI games? I distinctly remember there's a scene where, like, there's this one bad guy that can, like, shapeshift his head and, like, he was like, "Whatever I see, I shall devour." And then he, like, shoots a random bird out of the sky, literally cooks it with fire breath, turns into a giant mouth, and just consumes the bird whole. That's what this reminds me of. We throw Bonk at an outsider when said outsider tries to be horny. He is very powerful. Okay, let's see. Are there any further details about my pet Bonk? You do not do this lightly, for eating a living creature is a serious matter. However, your powers and responsibilities as a goddess allow you to do such things from time to time. You know, I could honestly totally buy into the idea that Kikuri is like a goddess that's, like, sealed away. Sealed away into a bronze orb, forever trapped in hell. That's actually a really interesting idea. I might just adopt that headcanon. Alright. Let's see. If we're preparing a feast in hell, well, I suppose, like, the remains of these 2 piglets are kind of useless to the feast because I ate one and took the other as a pet. So I will search for more potential prey for the feast. You walk around the valley and search for edible creatures. You come across a lizard who is sitting on a stone. You sense his soul, and you can tell that it is a delicious and nutritious meal. So I'm going to change hover, or change walk to hover, because we have no leg. Unlike me, Kikuri has no leg. You can tell that it's a delicious and nutritious meal. However, only this single lizard is very scrawny, hardly befitting of a full course entree. You slowly approach him, a serene smile on your face. The lizard is frightened. You decide to be nice and give him a little nip to get him to shut up. The lizard hisses. Not quite. Not quite. Training the AI, please tap on the response you'd like to keep. This is new. This is different. He notices you and begins to tremble in fear. You draw back your sword and say, "Oh, I wouldn't harm you. I only need a little snack." Give them frog leg for legs. I mean, I'm not really satisfied with either of these options. I guess I'll go with this one. And then retry again. The lizard, however, does not look so serene. Suddenly, with a blast of fire, you ignite the lizard's skin and flesh. The lizard screams and flees. I think I'm just gonna take this into my own hands. I come bearing gifts. You begin to glow as your aura flares up. Your aura flares up with powerful magic. With a wave of your hand, you bless the lizard with great size and strength. There. And now I want to see You begin to pick it up, but the lizard flaps his scaly arms and leaps at your throat. You barely dodge the attack and are left with no choice but to kill the poor creature. Oh, but little do you know, this was entirely according to Keikaku. Entirely according to Kikuri. Strike down the lizard beast with hellfire. Okay, we're doing this again. Hellfire lashes out at the lizard beast. The hellfire engulfs the wicked beast, and the creature roars out in agony. Hellfire hits the lizard's scales and burns a hole through them. The creature falls dead at your feet. That is what I want. Now the lizard provides a greater bounty of meat for the feast. All according to plan. What feat? You head back to the valley and prepare the remaining piglet for the meal. You cook it and you eat it. It tastes delicious. You have one serving left. No, no. We are not consuming bonk. You can feel your hunger rising. The piglets are no longer enough. You need more. You fly away. Then you see the temple in the distance. You know what you must do. I suppose if we're still gathering, you know, more items for the banquet. You know what you must do. Please, please tell me what I must do. You can sense the temple's powerful priest. You can sense the nutritious goodness of his soul. You can sense the nourishing food items that he carries. It's kind of interesting to eating the sacrificial offerings. That's what I was thinking. But apparently his soul is very tasty too. What's weird though is there's nutritious goodness, except we're in hell. We are in hell. It's like, so like, I guess I'm picturing like this priest dude was like heavily devout but still did like really horrendous things while he was alive, maybe? I don't know. It's not really gonna matter. If he's tasty, he's tasty. Approach the priest ominously. Nothing beats soul food! The priest's auras are very strong. You cannot sense anything of what is inside the temple itself. You sense that the priest is carrying a large sack of items. You were determined to get them. This is nothing new. You approach the priest, attempting to look unneedy and subservient. You sense the priest's aura and see that it is very alluring. Again, it's a little redundant, but this is at least a little better. You approach the priest, attempting to look unneedy and subservient. What does that mean? Let's retry one more time. You concentrate and arrive at the temple. You feel the priest's soul and detect various food items. You begin to make your selection. You are a goddess. You can do what you want. I hope we don't get heartburn from this. It means don't question the AI. Okay. Alright. Reach out my hand. Or, no. Place my hand on the priest's shoulder. The priest's eyes widen in terror. I am here to collect a meal for the gods, you say. And then I absorb his soul. You grab the priest's soul and consume it. You are now full. You fly back to hell and feast upon the piglets. After the meal, you sleep for the remainder of the day. Almost. Almost something. I think just getting rid of those lines and then continue. The priest had 2 days until retirement. There's no retirement in hell. What are you talking about? You fly back home. You are in a rush when you arrive. You know what you must do. You are going to slay the other 3 piglets. You will feast. Wait, I just cooked this chonker of a lizard beast, but never mind that, I guess. Do-over. You feel the nourishment swell up within you. You can feel the difference between your old body and your new body. You feel stronger than before. This is the greatest joy. What's my new body? I swapped over from a bronze orb to a bronze coin. Looks like my internet connection is getting fritzy again. A bronze orb with feet! Okay. Collect the temple offerings. Collect the temple offerings, then how do I want to word this? Honestly, I'm kind of overthinking it for what I want to do. Collect the temple offerings, then Then bring the temple to ruin. You fly back to the temple, then begin to smash and break the offerings with your hands. You turn the offerings into ash. The statues and paintings are all that remain. This is literally the exact opposite of what I wanted. I wanted the offerings, and then I wanted everything else to be destroyed. You find the temple altar and begin to collect the offerings. You can sense that a powerful yokai is approaching. You are in the mood to fight. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Not quite what I had in mind, but honestly, I'll take it. I'm here for it. You strike against the approaching yokai with a powerful attack. The attack hits the other yokai with great effect. You feel the attack pierce through her defense and hit her soul. That's a bit rushed. You fly away to meet your foe. Then you see the dragon coming right for you. A god's power flows within you. You are ready to face your foe. Dragon? Hell? Is this Yachie? In which case, oh no, it's Yachie. This fight will not last long because there will hardly be a fight whatsoever. What? No. To whom do I bestow the pleasure of fighting today? You take to the air and soar towards the dragon. You unleash a barrage of hellfire upon the dragon. Your hellfire burns the dragon's eyes and blinds him. No! No! I'm asking for a name. You face off with the dragon and get into a fighting stance. I challenge you to an Agni Kai! AI Dungeon. That's not the right series. That's funny, though. Your voice sounds deeper and more demonic. The dragon looks at you incredulously. To you, my dear, the dragon says. He claws at the sky. This could go somewhere. This could go somewhere. If indeed we're fighting Yachie. I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna change it to she. She claws at the sky. All of a sudden, your will to fight, or you feel your will to fight her start to disintegrate. The dragon is a force to be reckoned with. She's much bigger, stronger, and faster than you. She is a force that you won't be able to face head on. If at all. Bigger, stronger, faster, I think that's debatable. I'm literally a bronze orb with newly acquired legs. But for those who are not versed in Toho well enough, Yachie is a tortoise dragon, and basically her main ability is to... It's not worded this way, but I guess to paraphrase it, to erode other people's will to fight. And through that ability, like, she basically makes people, like, do her bidding completely unwillingly. It's kind of the basis of, like, Toho 17. Like, the protagonist is only acting just because Yachie is making them. So yeah. The dragon is a force to be reckoned with. So here's a question, just with writing in general. Is it more threatening to say that something is a force to be reckoned with, or is not a force to be reckoned with? I'm personally thinking the latter. In which case, if indeed this is Yachie, is not a force, or as it seems, this dragon is not a force to be reckoned with. You gradually start to believe start to believe she is much greater, your superior. She's a force that you won't be able to face head on. Head dash on. Enter. She'll have to be dealt with sideways from afar, or better yet, avoided altogether. She can't help but notice you. The dragon turns to look at you. You see her winking. Ooh. I mean, the part with sideways from afar, like, that's just total nonsense. Better yet, avoid it altogether. Like, that part's true, but... Can't help but take a mysterious interest with you. What a shame that you've had to face her as unprepared as you are. Winking at you. There. Can't help but take a mysterious interest with you winking at you. What must happen now? You've come here seeking power, haven't you? She says. I have. You've come to the right place, my dear. I mainly come here for food. Frankly, power sounds nice too. She laughs. Come to the right place, darlings. Follow me. She takes you to a large stone chamber. It seems to be some sort of throne room. I can give you what you need, darling. And I can totally buy into the idea, like, she has some kind of throne room. As you walk through the door, you see a man sitting on a throne. He looks up at you. Here she is, my dear, the one I've been waiting for. He stands up. Who's talking? I'm too confused, so no. She takes your hand and leads you to a massive stone chair. Please have a seat, she says. She steps to a large cage in the floor and opens it. Well, first problem, I'm an orb. I'm a floating orb. I might have legs now, but that doesn't mean I can sit very well. She steps into a large cage in the floor and opens it. A large cage in the floor. Where's this going? Several snakes slither out. They are very poisonous and can kill a human in a matter of minutes. Okay, I don't think Yachie actually has any dominion over, like, poisonous or venomous animals. I think her whole deal is that she, holds control over ambush predators. So maybe instead of snakes, instead of poisonous, it's stealthy and can kill a human. And can kill a human. In one strike. Okay, ambush predators, gotta think. Tigers, otters, of course. Like, otters are a main thing, like otter spirits. Ambush predators. Ambush predators. Let me consult Google. Ambush predators. Yeah, obviously, cats. There's, like, a trapdoor spider. There's, there's camouflage predators. Maybe a... Ooh! Ooh, that's actually good. So instead of there being several, a large chameleon resides inside. I'll have to say it's a large chameleon spirit. Because, you know, if this is now in the animal realm, then all the animals are actually animal spirits. Large chameleon spirit resides inside. It stares at you with one of its eyes. It flicks its tongue in a show of aggression. A single blow from its tongue would leave a typical human helpless. Helpless. No, we just did away with snakes. Alright. So we have a chameleon spirit. What about it? Please, I ask you to keep this to yourself. My people are still at risk. She sits in the throne and you stand before her. Tell me, what do you seek? That doesn't make any sense. However, it seems to be no match for you. You reach into your coin pouch and pull out 2 copper coins. You toss them into the cage. Apparently I just have a purse. There seems to be no match for you. Toss them into the cage. Why? We can keep, however, it seems to be no match for you. We can keep that. But like, yeah, the coin part, like, that contributes nothing. Why am I here? You're here because you seek power. Like that pathetic mortal you brought with you, your power is meant to be used for the greater good of Gensokyo. Lady... I think any meddling with Gensokyo has long since, like, sailed away by this point. Like that pathetic mortal you brought with you. Who is she referring to? Well, okay. Power is meant to be used for... and for... gaining control. In the animal realm. I'm gonna get rid of this section. That doesn't seem to work. You're here because... I seek your power. The dragon sits on the throne, crossing her legs. You will know me as Yachie. She resumes. Matriarch of the... I'm gonna have to double check. Because I don't think the clan she leads shares the same the Kiketsu family. That's it. Yeah. The Kiketsu clan. And then I'll just add her surname. Kicho. The intrigue further escalates. What will you have me do? Say. Yachi Kicho stares at you expectantly. You have been here for some time now. Surely you must have some idea about what you are to do. Of course, of course. Why, or what about me piques your interest, though? Ah!
Lilac! Lilac, hello! Hello! Hi, Raiders! Hi, Lilac, how was your stream? Thank you for the raid. It's Froggy VOD raid. Hi, Ben. Hello, hello. Hi, Raiders. I am Issy. I am another frog tuber. I'm a magical froggy girl, and I'm playing AI Dungeon. Specifically Toho flavored scenario. But you know, I'm having fun. Hello. How was your stream? Da, 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 da. Yee! Always glad to get some love from my fellow froggies. Okay, you are to take control of the primate spirit garden. You are to claim the power of the gods for yourself. That does sound interesting, you say. That didn't answer my question, though. What about me piques your interest? What is it about me that stands out? Yeah, I'm good. Mario Kart was fun. Oh man, Mario Kart. One of those times where I wish I had a Switch so I could play Nintendo games with friends. Wah. Froggy VOD raid. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Welcome in. Nintendo games with friends is fun. I want in. Let me in. Let me in. I love to play. I will
let you know if ever I do acquire one. I'm not sure if that's gonna be anytime too soon, though. I'm kinda strapped for cash. At least, normally I am. Like, obviously I have some more money thanks to Christmas festivities, but you know. You know. Bacon, thank you for becoming a lily pal. Okay, okay, but Yachie, you need to answer my question. What is special about me, though? But I must repeat, what is so special about me? It's like, what about me makes me different than anyone else in hell that you could recruit? You are a goddess, a divine. You are a reflection of the gods themselves. She stares at you with a gaze of pride. The gods will be pleased with your actions. Not quite. Not quite. It was working out until that last part. It's not every day that you find a god trapped in hell. I nod in understanding. Or no, I nod in clarity. You have no fear, no regret, no weakness. You are a perfect reflection of the gods. You will be an excellent addition to my clan. I'd refute, like, no weakness, like, you know, yeah, gods are powerful, but they have their weaknesses. I mean, how did I end up in hell? I got here somehow. You flatter me. I am not without weakness. Clearly, there was a way to seal me away, or to seal me down here to begin with. But never mind that. Mind that, since apparently AI Dungeon is a stickler for grammar. Where do I start with this with this plan of yours. Yachikicho smiles. Start by ascending to the heavens. The path is easy and I will give you a step-by-step guide. No. Just no. No, 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 no. That is not our concern right now. We must first collect the 3 shards of the Key of Solomon. Is that a thing? Is obviously like the keyhole thing, like that's a thing, but like, was there ever any mention of like Key of Solomon? Toho. Key of Solomon. Nope. Nope. It is not a thing. So let's try that again. Yachikicho crosses her legs. Again. Okay. Ma'am? First, you must locate the 3 ancient monolithic statues called the Sword of Damocles. I'm almost positive this is not a thing either. Let's keep trying. You must take the Stone of Volcar. It is the key to the garden. Once you have that, you will gain a powerful weapon. Yeah, it's literally just inserting like totally inappropriate like mythological stuff. Volcar, where is that even from? Where is that even from? Okay. Volcar. Okay. It's not really an obvious answer. But one thing's for sure, it's definitely not Toho. She leans back on the throne. Perhaps I misunderstood. I will construct a plan post haste. That's a promise? Of course. Very well. After I return to my home, I will prepare a ritual for you to take your place in the garden. After I return to my home. This is your home! I think? Edit. After I return to my home. After the opposition is eliminated, I'll prepare a ritual for you to take your place in the garden. Bow and take my leave. Yeah, Chiakicho stands up from the throne. You may go. I have nothing more to say to you. You bow to her. Cool. Nice. And, you know what? I think that is where... That is where it's going to... That's where I'm going to cut it off. Also, apparently, I got a reward of 5 scales! It's only a daily reward, but yay! Scales! Alright. That was AI Dungeon. That was... I know with this, whoops. Like, with this... this story right here, like... That one was a ride. It was honestly a lot of fun. Kikuri is bored. Alright. So... That's AI Dungeon for tonight. And... at least for the near future. No doubt I will return. And I definitely want to take a peek at, this, like, AI-generated imagery that matches the story. You know, I might do a free trial just for that. Because from these pictures, like, they actually look really cool. I want it. But I'll do that in my own time. Meanwhile, I will say, I know I mentioned last week that I wouldn't be streaming this Thursday, because of gay reasons. Well, it turns out, you know, simply put, like, the gay reasons are not actually happening after all, so I will be streaming. But I'm inclined to think I'll pick something appropriately gay so that it's not entirely lost. You know, I'm a very thoughtful froggy when I try to be. I always try to think of the most fitting content possible. The best for me and my beloved lily pals, all of you. I love you so much. Thank you for coming and supporting me as always. Let's find someone to raid, shall we? Raid message for subs is this, and for non-subs is this. Very simple, very straightforward, I think. Alright, who is online right now? We have Bree, we have Yakuza Mom, we have Pocky. Oh my god, Pocky is streaming. Oh, that's right. Like, she recently tested positive for COVID, and I think just lately she's starting to recover. So that's good. I'm glad that she's already back to streaming. Apparently Evie is still streaming. I know they're having a 10-hour or so donathon. I peeked in there a little bit earlier today. Maybe. Just maybe. We also have YouTuber Ellie. We have M. We have Adela. Nahoko. Moonsy, Tiny, Akina, Next Moon, Val, Tsuki, golly, there's a lot of friends online tonight. Who should be the lucky one? I think, you know, sort of as a show of support for Pocky recovering from COVID, let's go raid Pocky. So, raid. It's not capitalized. Got it.
We're gonna raid Pocky.
She is playing Genshin right now. Let's bestow our froggy love to her. Woo! I'm happy I got to play AI Dungeon after so long. It's honestly been like an unreasonably long time since I last played. And for when I got it was a lot of fun.
Very interesting.
And like I said, I'm gonna be streaming this Thursday after all, so look forward to that. Thank you, Loki and Lilac for the raids.
And
yeah, that's about all I got.
oh yeah, Swimmy.